Well, YouTube, friends and family, I finally got the T.o.r.o G3C slide on my G2C frame. It took me 2 to 3 days to get that plate off. The T.o.r.o top plate off of here. It took me like 2 or 3 days to get it off because the more you extract it, the more it goes down in there before it actually slowly takes it out. Take that bolt out. Because mine was like the hex head, Allen wrench hex head, and they stripped and it bent my tool. So I had to order the extractors. And I finally got the last screw out today. I got one out yesterday, and I finally got that out today. But there it is. G3C T.o.r.o slide. And I took my optic off the G2, the 80E optic. I took off and bam, look at it. There it is. The 80E optic on the G3C frame. There's the green dot. Y'all see that green dot? I thought I turned it off, but I guess I didn't, but look at that. And it's pretty accurate. So, yeah. G3C slide on the G2C frame. G3C 9x19 millimeter on the G2C frame. I mean, it messed me up a couple times because it was hard getting that screw out, and I put a little, I took off some of that finish a little bit, but not enough that you can really tell, that tentator finish. But yes, and I put the G2C slide in here, which I left the 80E optic plate on here, so if I decide I want to switch it back, I can. But give me a minute. Let me get this out of here. Y'all just give me a few minutes and I get back with you. Okay, now I'm back. And there's my G2C slide with my optic plate still on here. So I figure I'm going to leave that on here because then the only thing I got to do is just take the optic off here and then put it back on the slide. Here. But yes, this is it. So, you see what it say? Optic plate for the Taurus G2 / G2 111 PT and G2C. That's the original optic plate that came with my 80E. And I got that off of Amazon. It cost me like $100 and some odd for both, but that's all right. But yes, this is the G2C slide. With the G3C frame on the G2C slide. But one thing I noticed, you see how they say Bainbridge?
Oh, morning.
See how they say Bainbridge, Georgia?
It's so cold. Again?
And that say Bainbridge, Georgia.
Calculus this time. Because I retook calculus when I was in Iran.
So
saw my records, find the
just make sure if you get that slide, it say Bainbridge, Georgia, just like the G2C slide say Bainbridge, Georgia. And they will actually work with one another.
This isn't a joke.
Drop this here.
Under my roof, under my
I'm going to put this cover back on my optic so my finger don't touch the glass.
Don't I get a vote?
And look how flush it sit down in there. I mean, it actually sit flush. It sits so flush that the cover, look how the cover sits on it. It don't stick up like it did on the other one. But, see that? Bring it back. Bam. Shoot it. See?
And like we're supposed to trust you?
It's handled, okay? Careful.
and back on it. I mean, it's a little. I mean, I gotta say, I don't mind it.
Covered in the answer, primo.
He ain't ready.
I got 7 people on my phone list, not just 3. All know my story. I found a studio apartment.
And that's the wall.
Under the A train.
That's my wall.
Perfect because you literally
Bam.
have to be crazy to want to live under the A train.
But
My job,
that's it.
I got backups.
The G3C slide on the G2C frame.
In there for me. She's vaccinated.
All the internals I left in so you'll know what they go to. I'm going to put my G2C frame and then back into this plastic and put everything back into the box. And I got the plates. Oh, and another thing. The screws that fit this for the optic or the ADE optic plate, the screws in there, you will not have to use the screws out of the kit. You can use your screws that came with this optic, and it will work. Because that's all I did. I just used the same screws that came with this. And, I'm going to take this off for a minute. And those are the original screws that came with my optic. Allen head wrench, Allen head screws. These are the original one that came with this optic. So, let's see how flush it sit. It don't even sit up. The plate don't sit up. Look at that. It sits evenly all the way across. Look at that. See? I'm going to get the suppressor sights. Look at that. You see that green dot? I thought I turned it off, but it didn't, people. But that'll work. Yes. Now I got the T.o.r.o G3C. But I renamed mine. I renamed mine the G2C / G3C T.o.r.o. With the 15 and 17 round mags. Which I have one of them right here. I have the 15 right here. So that's my 15. And before I push it all the way in, safety on, now I push it in. Now, look at that. So people, they say it's limited to do these guns because they budget gun. But in reality, all guns are budget. Only difference is you got like some places, you know, some guns got optics on it, some guns got fiber optics on it, you know what I'm saying? Some guns just don't have the safeties on it. You know, some guns don't have the light with the laser, you know. And the ones that do, that's why it costs as much as they do. You see that white dot up front? Look at that. That's that white dot. And look at that, there's my optic. So, yeah. So right now, I got the 15 round mag in here. This gun here, if people didn't know it was a budget gun, I'd probably say this gun about $400-500. I mean, about $400 or $500. You know, I mean, I got the stainless steel in there, the stainless steel guide rod. I got the stainless steel striker put in. You know, it's no plastic parts. I'm finna change this trigger out. I'm finna put an azimuth trigger on it. You know, like I said, I like the trigger. It really ain't bad, but I'm gonna put a complete flat face trigger. And when I get done, it won't be a budget gun again. I mean, you could say it'll be a budget gun, but it's gonna cost just as much as a SIG, M&P shield, just as much as the 43X, Glock 43X, 43. I mean, this gun gonna be, it'll range about the same price as those because of the parts that you put on here and the money that you put into your pistol. Now this gun is not really a budget gun no more. This gun probably costs just as much as any other. I mean, some people might agree, a lot of people might not agree, but these are my feelings. This is how I feel about every pistol. Because you take the optic off, you take the guide rods out and put the polymer in and just have it just a plain pistol like the G2C, the G3C, the G3. If you just keep them all plain, all those guns won't cost that much in price. And that's real life. So right now, I'm going to holler at you guys. Y'all be safe out there. If you like this here, holler at me. And I can tell you everything about this gun, what I just did. So, peace out for now. Y'all be safe. Holla.